Hello, 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 everyone. Why I randomly left? I didn't randomly leave. I said, okay, guys, I have to go now. Good games. I'll see y'all later. I totally said that before leaving. Maybe a lot of people were talking at the same time. I don't know. There's like 20 people in there, or 10, or whatever, anywhere in there. Oh, what are people DMing me now? I'm sorry, everyone. I totally said, I'm pretty sure I said something like, okay, I gotta go now, good games. I'll see y'all later. I'll be around. Something like that. I did. Everyone else was probably talking at the same time. I totally did. I'm sorry, everyone. Oh, since you're here, Panda, Doe, Screw, all of the above. This is work in progress of the Kraken that you requested that I'm working on tonight. I'm also gonna be working on this wolf and this elephant. Well, probably not all three of them. But, the Kraken, I have to think about how exactly I want to do the water splashing thing without filling up the whole page. Probably going to try something similar to what happened here with the otter. Just do a little water, the ripple effect. So just do the moving water mainly, the splashing. And I'm sorry. I'm so sorry y'all didn't hear me say that I was leaving. I wouldn't just leave without saying anything. But I guess I also wouldn't try to talk over other people if they were talking. I kind of just said it when I thought it was a quiet moment and then bounced. But that's a good game. Code names. I have a lot of fun with it. It's kind of tough to play when there's a lot of people though. Alright, so what am I getting started with here? You have a tricky drawing request? Hey, if you can afford it. If you've got the channel points, that is. You always feel free to throw it in there. I will warn you that I'm a little behind. I mean, I'll catch up. That's why you're not requesting it? Well, requesting it now and requesting it later is honestly not all that different. It gets put on a list. I'm doing this Kraken, elephant, and wolf, and I'm honestly not looking forward to the next one actually after that. Up until now, people have been requesting wild animals, pretty much. But Bo requested a Yorkie, a Yorkshire Terrier. And I wasn't sure what that was, so I had to kind of look it up. And man, that is some kind of dog. Oh yeah, please do explain it. Join chilling for a second. All right. What you say is going to be on the stream. I hope that's okay. Or I can try to mute it. Hello. Uh-huh. So you don't hear Screw saying hi, you don't hear me saying bye. Oh man. I said I was going. I said I was going. I'm sorry. Talking about it. So it's an imaginary dog? Uh-huh. Okay, so cute dog, but has this shadow that is like a scary thing. Oh, okay. All right. Do you have a reference for what kind of dog it is? Because there's like lots of... Okay, yeah, that works. Yeah, I got that. Oh, you're talking about your requests? Yeah, water bear and koi fish. Yeah, I see them. You should know my list is getting kind of long. Yeah, it's okay. As long as you don't mind, it's gonna. I gotta get. How long is my list? So right now, Kraken, Wolf, Elephant, then a Yorkie, then a Bull with Flower Crown. That's yours. And then a Stachosaurus, that's also yours. And then a Panda Ant, that's yours. No, that's Screws. That's Doze. And then a Snorlax on a small skateboard. And then Chewy. I think that was yours, Doe. Yep. No, I'm not drawing Chewy. I'm drawing Chewbacca. If you want me to draw Chewy, then I guess.
Chewy's an animal, right?
And then a panther. That's not such a long list. No, before I did a leopard. This is a panther. A leopard is spotted and a panther is black. Oh, okay, okay. Not to be confused with a panda. That's black and white. Oh wow, that's amazing.
Wow, that's crazy. Well, you saying that reminds me of the documentary. Was it Lion like the King? Was it called? Lion? Wait, no. What's it called? Like he's documentary with Baskin. You know the Baskin one? Like no. No, no, I mean it reminds me of Tiger King. You know, like when you meet all the like those people that live on the compound. You know, they're like a Tiger King.
Nope,
You watch Tiger King, Brian?
I have not.
Oh,
I've heard of it.
that's okay. That's okay. I'm all alone.
Hey guys,
Hello.
I saw the cool kid.
No.
They're They brought me in here to explain their drawing requests.
Yeah, Matthias is a child. I'm looking at the child right now.
Oh, you might not want to see what just happened. We're making you a napkin.
Oh no.
Wait, aren't you all playing Codenames? What happened?
Yes or no?
Oh no. Is the child barfing or spitting?
Hey yo, you want me to get you a napkin?
You have to give. Yeah, you have to give the child like the back pats, right? So they puke. What?
Alright, just gonna sharpen out this eye here.
When you, there's like the kids. You know, like the burpee. There's like a.
Just gonna finish out these shadows here to define the bottom edge of the tentacles. I had them lined in before, but just want to define them all the way to the edge here. And clean up that curve here. And then bring this up further. Okay, see y'all. Yeah, see y'all later. Okay. All right. And the darkness on this tentacle is definitely going to stretch along the whole bottom of it. Just all the way across. Pretty much all the way to the length of this larger tentacle here. And the part where it gets bright up here, we'll also have some darkness when it curls up along that, which becomes the bottom of it. It's going to curl around the edge like that. I'm going to correct for some of that by painting over the brightness over here. And making this dark part that I just made a bit thinner over there at the point where it curves. And up here, the darker part is a bit thicker. Okay. And bring out the darkness here a little bit thicker than it was over there. And that should define sort of the shape of that curved part where it turns. I can start using a bigger brush. Okay. I think there's a part of these tentacles that also have this darkest part. Some shadow on the left. And some here. And the bright part actually should extend much more across this top. It curves up. That whole top part is going to catch a lot of this light. So that whole edge should catch it. Yeah. We're definitely going to have some of this highlight on the top of the head. Should make a good contrast with the other dark parts here. Yep, and I might go in there further with some white to make that even more of a highlight, but I'll come back to that later. Yeah, my screen is going to be fully strong. It's already a problem when I'm playing Among Us, covering up. I've been having to make them smaller and smaller. Ara, you're going to play Among Us, but it's 5 a.m. I thought you were getting back to sleeping early. Well, have fun playing Among Us. Make sure you sleep well when it's your time to sleep well. I actually have to sleep early tonight myself. I cannot be staying up very late because I gotta get up kind of early tomorrow. But I am still gonna try to get some Among Us in before I end the stream. I hope. I'll see who's online and like if a lot of people are playing and whatnot. I'll check. Snoreboard, how's it going, Skrillex? Snowboard. There's quite a few on the list before I get to snowboard. Snoreboard. Snorlax on the skateboard. So unfortunately, not quite there yet, Skrillex. Yeah, I'll see you later, Ara. Yeah, I know. A lot of people made requests, and I increased the price and channel points of the requests, but I still have a lot to catch up on. I'm starting to do them faster too. Spend less time on them, and I'm actually starting to do these art streams where catch up on them. So I'll be getting through them much faster than I have been so far in the past. At least I can say that. Hey, thanks for the lurk. Got school tomorrow. Good luck with that. Have a good night. Thanks as always for stopping by and for the lurk. And thanks for the RAM recommendations, critics. I'm about to buy some soon. Get it shipped here. Yeah, have a good night. Okay, get some... I think I can call these tentacles in the background darker than they currently are. Just so they feel further in the background. Than the other elements. Okay. Yep, I think that helps. Push it back into the background. I'm wondering if one of the other ones needs to have that treatment as well. I think maybe so. Like maybe this one can get it for part of the way. And then come into some lightness over here, just on that other side of this tentacle. And the bottom one. Feels a little too straight, but it's not that big a deal. Actually, it does feel a little straight. Let me give that one a little more curve to it. Especially since I have a lot of empty space on the bottom down here, I may as well use it. Okay. Start with that. Yep, I'll just fix up that edge. Or the end, rather. Something still bothers me a little bit about it. I think it's getting wider towards the end, which I'm not sure I like. So I'm gonna see if I could just trim it down a little. The other part of it is that it's still quite a bit straight over here. And it does seem like it should have more curvature to it. So I'm going to erase quite a bit of it, redraw some of this curve, and see if I can't get it to a place that I prefer. Okay. A little more wiggly. Can get a little wider. Okay. Okay, that part dark. This part actually pretty light. It's catching the light from under. Then clean up the edge again. Okay. And base of this is going to get kind of thick. Get right into there. And this is going to get right into there. Bottom of this one is not going to be quite as dark, but I'm still going to have just a little bit of an outline to it on the bottom here. And I'll make the brighter parts stand out more. A bit of a triangle shape to that. I might smooth out this shape, just keep it less detailed. And yeah, stick with the simpler shapes. Almost feels like a shame that this lower right section is coming off and it's going to get cropped by the corner of the composition. So let's see, would moving the whole thing be good? Kinda don't think so. Alright, I'm gonna define the center tentacle a little bit, especially around the end here. But after that, I think it'll be time to figure out how the water is going to be. That will determine, I think, kind of a lot here. So I'm going to make a separate layer for the water. And I guess the water splashes will kind of be some of the brightest stuff on the map, on the map, on the canvas, I guess. So let me see how this is going to be. I think I need a layer behind and a layer in front. So water FG for foreground and water BG for background, with water BG going behind many of these layers. Yeah. And make some general kind of bubbliness. Mostly along the left here. And the water in the foreground, I guess, will be the brighter bits of it. Will it be in front of the boat? I think so still. Okay, and yeah, this will be a brighter color. I think I'll be using a smaller brush. think about how I'm gonna do this effect. Hey, what's up, Potato? How's it going? Thank you for the lurk. Just making some progress on this Kraken here. I think I'm gonna need a temporary background of just a solid color. Make sure I see what I'm doing here with the water, which will be turned off later because it'll be a transparent image. But yeah, just while I'm working, it might be useful here. I think it's actually kind of going to work. Let me show I'm making use of the other color as well. Let me see, how much of this boat is going to get obscured? I think it should feel like it's getting kind of swallowed up by the water, especially in the back, and then sort of the front will be where we can see more of it poking through. Okay, that's kind of working. I don't know if I want to lift the boat up out of that a little bit. think I'll just work with it. And hey Z, how's it going? What are you up to? I have 10 seconds to say. Well, I'm already running out of time. I might be out of time. Unfortunately, I didn't know what I was supposed to say. Yeah, my time is out. Oh man, what was I supposed to say? Answer a simple question. What is the smartest answer a person can say? I don't know if I'm big brain enough for this. It's 2 words and people say it nearly all the time. You know? Is that the answer? I know. Is it guess who? That's what you said. Or is it guess who's there? All right, making this highlight a little bit brighter all along the top. Just a little bit, just a thin amount. Subtle effect there. It's I know. People always say I know when you tell them something. In the end, they don't know jack. Yep, there's a lot that I don't know. There's a lot that we all don't know. So, how was my day? Pretty good. It was a pretty busy day. I had gotten a lot done. A lot of emails sent out. In particular, I had to do a lot of those. Made some dinner. Stir fry some red onions. Oh, my computer is really slowing down. Stir fry some onions, green bell pepper, yellow squash, mushrooms. There's one other thing in there. Oh, you got your new headset. Have you tested it out yet? What else was in the stir fry? There was one other ingredient in there. On top of that, I made a salad, lettuce, arugula, cucumber, and hemp seeds for protein. Yeah. Some people did not even notice. Notice what? What were you referring to there? Are you talking about your headset? Oh, you got a new mic. It's feeling a little messy. I'm gonna do the same thing just with larger brush strokes. Or maybe I'll just actually thin those out. So you're confused, someone told you it's totally different. And I'm guessing someone else told you they don't notice a difference? Based on how the beginning of that sentence goes. Still need to test it. Make this highlight much thinner on top. And then down here, I can work on cleaning these up. You wanted to join a lobby. Joined it. Oh, was it 10 out of 10 or 9 out of 9? One of those 9 out of 10. Oh, you were in the waiting. You were in the waiting room. That is unfortunate. an invert of this picture. Oops, that's just one layer. Let me invert the whole picture. Can I do that? Let me just merge. Copy merged. Make a selection, then copy merged. Paste into a new layer. Hide these layers, invert. Yep, I just tried it just now. Yeah, it still looks correct. Yeah. Well, the black background here was actually just for myself. It's meant to just be like this, but it looked nice inverted as well. Thank you. Yeah, I never meant to leave the background black like that. That was just to make it easier for me to see certain parts of it. But yeah, let's look at that inverted one. Looks pretty good too. Ah, thank you. Yeah, I didn't want to go too detailed with the boat there. Or with the water bubbles around the boat. Because I do a certain way, it'll just take forever. So I wanted to somehow keep it minimal, even though the rest of the squid is somewhat detailed. But I think it's a good balance between the simple and detailed. This little section right here bothers me. Oops. So I'm just going to simplify this. Okay, feel a little better about that. A little bit over here too. Yep, so I'm not getting paid, so I mean the intention is to do it for fun, and for it to be fun, it's gotta be fast. Okay, the bottom here is basically correct. It's just I do want to edit the shapes a little bit. It's the correct lightness and darkness, but the shapes look a little too rounded in some places. That I want to bring closer to the edge. wanted to get it a little more horizontal. A little more following the shape of the tail, or the whatever this thing is called. It's not a tail. It's like more like it's the end of its head or something. Got a fast drawing. Do I draw faces? Yeah, I could. You want me to draw you? Yeah, I could do that. A vampire version of you? An NDA contract? What do you mean? You wouldn't want to? You wouldn't want it to be shown on stream? Is that what you mean? Or you just wouldn't want me to tell people that it's you? Right. Well, I'm not trying to turn it into a thing I do for, you know, professionally like that. But if you want a drawing like that, then I'm happy to do it. I'm gonna want some of these water bubbles in front of the sails, actually. So I'm gonna grab this color again, this color again. Make it look like this boat is really getting partially underwater here, dragged under or whatever. There it is again, my computer lagging. I gotta hurry up and get that RAM upgrade. Maybe my file's getting too big. Instead of having all my drawings here as layers in a single file, I should probably start separating them out into different files here, because it almost seems like the lag is getting worse. And in fact, what's going on right now? Close and reopen this. There we go. Okay. Just gotta get lots of splashing out here. Yeah, I think the back of the boat sort of should be, I feel like it's getting sort of enveloped by this water spray. Hey, what's this? The person that makes drawings and gets paid for it is under his conditions when he streams, when he does it. I'll check this out. Oh yeah, he's doing commissions. Yeah, it does commissions. Oh yeah, got a whole system for it. $1 is a 1 minute, one character sketch. 5 to 10 is quick bust or headshot, or chibi or tune. Limited to 15 is full body, more complex, realistic characters, etc. And then there are priority drawing requests, design requests, including emotes, logos, mascot titles, characters. Yeah, they got a whole system. That's pretty cool. Yeah, this guy's style is really good. Yeah, thanks for sending that through. I'll check them out more later. I definitely appreciate the thoughts. The people you asked for drawings have done all 0. Yeah, charcoal. What happened? The request line is too long, or turn that black layer on so I could see what I'm doing again more. No, they just didn't do it. Huh, that's too bad. Maro has done one for you. Is Maro an art streamer? Doesn't stream, but she does art. Cool. Just gonna get in here with some highlights. Actually, it's not too bright. I think that's too bright. I can just do that with this instead. Oh, she did one for the Love Among Us server icon. I wonder if I saw it then. I remember scrolling through and looking at all those, and there were definitely some good ones in there. I remember there were ones in there that I thought maybe should have been it over the one that they ended up going with. The one they currently have is kind of hard to see when it's small. Oh yeah, Maru. Yeah, that's a nice one. The very pink one. Yeah, that's well done. Your server icon? Is she the one who did your server icon? Ooh, I gotta look at your server icon again. Yeah, it would take me more than a minute to find your server again because I have 100 servers. I know that's the number because every time I try to join a server it says error, you are at the 100 server limit. And then I have to find one to leave before I join a new one. And I'm just in too many. So I scroll and when I'm trying to find one, I'm just scrolling and scrolling. Let's see, the highlight here is gonna shift, I think, to the left a little bit each time. Hey, what's up, Jay? People do play chess here. Chess may have even gotten a little more popular more recently than it used to be. But I've watched some chess on Twitch. You should scope some out. There's some really good people playing. They're talking through their, their thought process as they play. And I've seen people who don't mainly play chess, just play a little chess on the side also. I wanted to do some chess and Among Us simultaneously, but the guy I was playing with like stopped playing in Among Us and was just sitting there playing chess against me while I was trying to multitask. um, Also, the main problem with that was I wanted to play it untimed. You know, like those play by mail, like where there's just pretty much no timer. That would make sense to do it while playing Among Us multitasking because, you know, I'm not going to make moves during a meeting. Or wait, no, the other way around. I'm not going to make moves while running around trying to observe people. But the interface on chess.com is weird. Like whenever you make a move, it like exits you from the game. So like you have to go click on the game again to get back in there. So some like UI kind of difficulties there. But I'm not good at chess. You would do you still play chess, Jay? On chess.com? I remember you used to play a lot and you got pretty good. Yeah, you still do play. And you still are good. Yeah, I've seen them broadcast like bigger, more professional tournaments too on Twitch. Not just like independent streamers. Or like curated games from, I think, Chess Network. Or some other like organization like that. Not that good right now. Got rusty. Jay, have you ever played 4-player chess? Not Bughouse. I don't know if I mentioned it to you before, but I tried it and it was really fun. The board is like in the shape of like a plus sign. And turns go clockwise. And you could do free for all, but I thought what was fun was teams of 2. 2 versus 2. I did mention it. Yeah, you just take one look at the board and you're like, that's not going to work. But somehow it does. It's really fun. Yeah, they have it on chess.com. Yeah, it's hilarious because you can get checked and maybe on your teammate's turn, they can like save you by blocking or by capturing something. Or the person who checked you, like their teammate gets to move also before you actually get to move yourself. So you can get double checked or worse. I don't know if I overdid it with those highlights there. I think that's okay. It's kind of a graphic look to it. What I don't like is how rounded some of these corners look. So I might try to sharpen some of them, but otherwise I think that was okay here. Sharpen. 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 smaller brush for this. Squid, it's a kraken, which is, I don't know, a big squid. To make the size or scale a little more clear, there's like a boat that's getting like dragged underwater there. So it's a big squid. I don't know if you know a lot about krakens. I don't. How's Leon doing? So kraken is what I was working on. This crab is what I was last working on. That was a quick one. Cartoon crab, sad and crying. That was the request. Did Eevee, the Pokemon. This vampire was for Z. I was happy with the turtle because, well, I was happy with the result, but also how fast it was. I've been trying to get faster with sort of, to do things in a faster sort of way. This is sort of an outline for the next one I'm working on after the kraken. So I'm going to be filling that in. That's a wolf. And the one after that will be an elephant that I'm going to fill in there. I don't know how to interpret your sentence. Oh shit, tell Fat Man happy birthday for me. Trump's lawyer was going to release the Kraken. I have no idea what I have no idea what that means, but that's not what I'm drawing here. Should I really Google it right now? All right. I'm just gonna Google release the Kraken. The Kraken is a gigantic sea monster from Scandinavian folklore that rises up from the ocean to devour its enemies. It's also an internet meme representing a sprawling, unsubstantiated set of claims. Widespread fraud in the US presidential election. Conspiracy theorists have amplified the idea. So this is long. I'm not going to read the whole thing. Is it basically a conspiracy theory? This, I mean, the Kraken that it's being referring to. The Kraken is a 200-page document. Okay, I get it now. I don't know. I can no longer follow like every single detail, every step of everything that's going on. So this is definitely the first time I've heard of that. Right, right. I see. Do you have a little anxiety over tomorrow, the inauguration day? Basically about something similar happening to what happened on the 6th? I'm gonna be at, if something happens, I'm gonna be at work, so I'm not gonna find out about it until like, just like last time, I think, actually. things like that brings more anger. Well, there's definitely a lot of anger, it seems. And by things like that, do you mean like the Kraken thing? Oh, you mean what Until was bringing up? I no need to apologize. I personally don't shy away from that talking from that from just talking about it anyway. Um, no worries from me. I'm gonna be releasing this Kraken kind of soon. I feel like I'm getting pretty close to done here. Jay, what are you just talking about here? You live in Europe, so the jacks you give is none. Guess you gotta allow your message. The automod tool automatically flagged your message, Jay, as like something I should needs my actual attention. So you're saying somebody got fired for that in baseball? $35 days. That is a short job. Trying to think of what the shortest job I've held is. That was actually like a permanent job, not like just a short-term gig. Can't really think of it. I've had a permanent job and left before a year was up, but nothing that much, nothing shorter than that, I think. Can't imagine taking a job and then being gone in 35 days. I mean, I can imagine it. Yours was 3 months? You've done it too many times? Stormed out of jobs. What was the shortest If I mean, if you don't mind saying, what was the shortest time? Now that I think about it, I had a freelance gig that was expected to be 6 months, but yeah, we ended it at 3 months in. 3 weeks. Sometimes it's like that. Toxic work environment, I assume. A little bit undecided about whether I want to do these highlights across the body. I kind of don't want to. Maybe I'll try one. I think I don't want to. I think I just want to keep it simple. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna stop looking at this and come back to it. Look at it again with fresh eyes. See if it needs anything. Oh man. Because it was being a turd towards people. Yeah. It's something that's very difficult to understand for me is a boss being really bad towards their own people. And it's something I see so often in most every job I've ever had. And it's just something I fail to really understand. I mean, is that people get to be bosses by exploiting people in the first place? Therefore, they're the type of person that's going to treat people badly? Is that where the correlation comes from? Or, I don't know. Hey, Ethics, how's it going? What is the congrats? 3 weeks later, the company went down anyway. And everybody in the country knows who he is. I worked at a company that had a parallel kind of situation. I remember leaving a company. I had quit this company, and a few months later after that, they did a huge round of layoffs, which was besides the point. But the point I was bringing up was the boss, the CEO left, and I don't know if it was related directly or not. I don't think it was directly related, but I don't. Maybe it was. I don't know. I wasn't there anymore, but it happened at the same time when he got involved in like a major scandal with his daughter and bribing. He was like trying to bribe people at like universities like Harvard University and stuff to like get her in there and stuff. And that was like in the newspapers and stuff. Oh, for 200 followers, yes, thank you. I actually hit it at the end of the last stream, my last stream. But yeah, thank you for those congrats. Yeah, it's kind of cool. 300 in no time, maybe. I think when did I have 100? It was like a month ago. Um, but yeah, I've been enjoying streaming, and it's been fun meeting a lot of people. All right, you gotta go, but you'll be lurking later. I'll see you later, Ethics. The first 100 is the hardest unless you sell your soul. Yeah, I've had major disagreements with past bosses, but I've never had the guts to just totally blow them off. And I've had bad bosses, and in retrospect, in some cases, I really should have. Like, I had a boss who would get kind of violent in the office. He's done stuff like he like threw a pencil across the room and it stuck in the wall. He threw a coffee mug that had coffee in it. He threw a chair over. He would yell at people. He was like that kind of like angry, aggressive kind of kind of thing. But and I was really, I guess I was young, you know. Like if I was the age I was now, I would have like, I don't know what I would have done. I feel like I would have said something, or well, I probably would have gotten fired if I don't know what I would have done. But all the other people in the office that were older or more or had been there longer or were in senior positions, just kind of like normalized it, right? They just kind of like, you know, head down, didn't say anything. And boy, that was a really toxic workplace. Um, your request is Teletubby getting shot by the Among Us imposter. I love the request, but the way I'm handling requests is through channel points on the bottom down there. So if you look below the chat bar, there's some brown balloons, and spend those channel points and get that request in. And how are you doing, Mangle? How's your day been? And welcome to the stream. Hey, Redvine, how's it going? And Z, at a younger age, most people are more scared to lose the job. Yeah, or simply, you know, well, yeah. Yeah, and also just not really know what to say or do. Um, the obvious thing to do is to look at, you know, the other people senior to you and follow their example, or, you know, have them be the ones who do or say something, but none of them did anything, you know. Going well. How's the stream been so far? It's been great. I've been working on this Kraken. Oops. Been working on this Kraken for the whole stream, and I got to a point where I think I just want to sort of step away from it before doing any finishing touches or deciding that it's done. The black, it'll be a transparent background, but I put the black there just to see what I was working on a little more clearly. Thank you for those congrats. And yeah, otherwise I'm doing well and starting to work on this wolf. I've got an elephant next in the queue. And Mangle, I don't know how many points you have, but I really love the idea that you proposed. So I hope you get those points in there and put that request in, because I would really enjoy drawing that. Teletubby getting what? Shot by the Among Us imposter. That would be a really fun drawing. Okay, let me get started on this wolf. I'm basically gonna block out the bright areas and then the dark areas. And I'm gonna set aside my 6 shades of gray that I expect to be using here. So here's one of them. And that is the third darkest. Third darkest gray will make up most of the back coat. Back coat. All the way back here. And this will get brighter as it gets closer to the head. Some part underneath down here. The fourth darkest will be... Oops, I'm not doing my contour here, so I'll do that fourth darkest later. And the second brightest, I'm not going to use the actual brightest for the side of the head and the face. I'm going to save that brightest white for specific highlights I'll be using very sparingly. So the second brightest will be the side of the face from the ridge of the nose outwards, just around the eye there, around this other eye. Up the face a little bit. The inner part of the ear. Some parts of its neck. Okay. I'll be filling it in a lot more. Actually, this will be the sort of the background, the ground for a lot of the darker parts to be added in as texture afterwards. What am I doing in about 12 hours? I will be busy. To me, 12 hours is 11:50 a.m. And I'm going to be busy in meetings tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Yep. And then not in meetings, but probably generally pretty busy otherwise before and after that. What's on your mind? Okay, so third brightest, was that this? Yeah, that's this color. I'm gonna come back to that. Third brightest, get fourth darkest. Will be bits of this. Bits behind the ear especially. The top part of the ear will definitely be kind of dark. And that goes for this side also. I have to zoom in here to start getting at a little more detail. Smaller brush as well. That's around 8 p.m. You're gonna do some recording for YouTube in 14 hours. What kind of video are you making? Oh, you're gonna be playing Among Us. Which brushes do I use for initial outlining? I should really get into brushes, but I don't use anything special. Oh, I realize you can't see my menus and stuff. Wait, I think I can change the way I'm sharing my screen. Okay, yep. Now the vampire is hiding it. Let me disable the turns on the side for a second. It's just this one of the standard brushes. Hard round pressure size, or rather hard round pressure size. I guess it just means it changes in size based on pressure. Because there's also pressure opacity, which changes in opacity based on pen pressure. But yeah, I'm just using the hard round. I'm really trying to remember the name of a certain brush set that my friend recommended. Oop, what's that one? Okay. Oh, the ones you always look pixelated. Let me look at these brushes. Why would that be? Well, I am using them with hardness set to 100%. If I was using a soft brush, it would dither or like feather the edges of it, which would, yeah, make it probably look pixelated at certain sizes or resolutions. So mine has got the hard edge to it. It changes by pressure like that. Let me try it with this one. So that's the soft one, which I really don't want to be using personally. And I'm not sure if that's what you meant by pixelated there. Yeah. I just didn't want to be drawing with that, at least with the style that I was using for a more graphic kind of hardness to it. Yep. Yeah, so that's that hardness setting. Soft round has 0% hardness and hard round has 100% hardness. But there are some brush sets that more mimic like pencil or pen types of textures to the line, and that might be nice to work with too. Or graphite and charcoal and stuff like that. But the default ones that that it comes with, some of them look kind of corny, like they're they look a little, I don't know whether it's too fake or trying too hard to look like it or something, but there's like a brush set that was recommended that I can't remember the name of because it was like a really basic name. It was like Justin's brushes or Gary's brushes or something like that. And it sounds like not the name of a big product or something, but it's like a very popular brush set that like thousands of people use or whatever. But the name definitely just escapes me right now. Yeah, no problem, anytime. So you've been trying to draw in Photoshop? I'm just gonna fill it in actually in full. I'll do the texture later on top of this. Yeah, it's still very new. Have you used Photoshop a lot otherwise? Oh, you're used to editing actual pictures. Yeah, there's a few things I use. I mean, I'm the same. Before I started streaming, I never used to like actually just draw with Photoshop. This is pretty new to me too. But I was very familiar with using it for like editing and managing like a bunch of PNGs and stuff. Yep, there's also a let me switch again to display capture so you can see my, okay. There's also this up here, smoothing, which has an impact on the quality of line. So that's set to 20%. And if you set that differently, I think, I don't know, it's if you can tell the difference there. It also gives like your line like lag because it's like calculating it. But at 0%, it's like real time to the pressure, and like if the pressure is a little more sensitive, then the pressure is obviously very sensitive, but like actually, how do I describe this? Like we're like very good at like modulating the pressure on like a graphite pencil, right? Like we would be very precise with that, but with this like stylus, it's like there's like less like tactile feedback, so so I don't like working on 0% smoothness because I'm not as precise on this as I would be with like a pencil, because you could really control the weight on it. So I put it at 20%, and I find that like helps a little. Yeah, I don't know if before you saw like when it was off, it was like it went from like very thin to like very thick because I don't know, like it's just not as easy to control the pressure on this as it would be a pencil. Other things that help me a lot are obviously like Control Z, because it's very easy to be precise with drawing, you know, like looking at the paper that you're drawing on. But like to draw a line here, sometimes I have to like retry it a bunch of times because I'm not looking at, it's just not one-to-one the way drawing on paper is. Like Control Z, there's a square bracket, which is a shortcut for like increasing and decreasing your brush size. You know, the square brackets next to P, to the right of the P key. So that is like a huge time saver for me, because like going up to here and clicking and trying to change the size here is just, that would take a lot of time out of my workflow here. Did I lose my eye? No, the eye is supposed to be here. Okay. And keyboard shortcuts in general just save me a lot of time, and maybe even more than time, just like annoyance. I'm highlighting the wrong part of this line. Okay. I need to get on top here because that edge is the highlighted edge. And then the part down here is actually the dark side. So keyboard shortcuts like new layer, Control Shift N. The bracket ones, holding down space, and it turns your cursor into pan, which you could do with your pen also. Actually, I just realized today that one of my buttons on my pen is pan also. No, it's not. No, it's not. Never mind. Well, I hold down space and then your brush turns into pan. And that is like super, super good. Control and mouse wheel is to, or rather Alt and mouse wheel is to zoom in and out. And then space and pen. But my mouse wheel is sometimes broken, so that's why a lot of times I'm doing like Control minus and Control plus to zoom. And then there's just the tool shortcuts. I mean, I don't use them that much, actually, now that I think about it when I'm drawing, because I'm using the brush pretty much all the time. But brush is B, eraser is E, M is the selection marquee, but I'm not really using that much. V is the move tool. And having a selection and Control T is transform. So for like rotating and scaling something. But yeah, taking, I guess I try to avoid taking my, my pen away from being a pen. Because like to do most of those things, I would otherwise have to go to my mouse or use the pen and go all the way to the left here and click a toolbar or something. Or like go all the way here just to click new layer. I feel like for drawing, that was like a lot of the shortcuts that I was using. Oh, I just used one without thinking about it. I've been using this a lot. The letter I is eyedropper. So instead of like coming here to switch my colors all the time, I just grab a color from that I've already got like on the canvas. Similarly, I use them together a lot is X. If you see over here, X swaps which like color you're using as foreground and background, so I can change two colors real quickly, like grab this dark, hit X, grab this white, and then now I'm using them with my brush. X. And used E to erase. I guess these are little things, but you know, I guess without these I'd just be using menus with a lot of my drawing time. Using the pen or the mouse to click on a lot of menus and stuff. Just not what I was like setting out to do. Came here to draw. That's a really dark nose. And then we got a dark mouth. Press I to grab that brush. Press B to go back to my brush tool. And brush that in. I'm gonna reshape some of this mouth to be smaller first of all, and then press X to switch my foreground color that I'm drawing with to be the dark color again. Get that shape in there. It's a little closer to the shape that I wanted. Oh, here's another one I use is Control 1, which is to bring it back to 100% zoom. And I don't use it often, but Control 0 like makes it fit to the screen. Control S is like I'm like doing it every two or three seconds. Which is save, of course. Let's see here. Can you rotate the canvas? Yes, I've seen other people do it, but you know, I don't know how to do it. Let me, I actually really want to know how to do it. How do I search how to do it? Yeah, I've totally like seen other people like do it to like when they're drawing like a certain corner of it to like rotate view. That sounds like what we want. There's a tool. Yeah, there it is. So if I want to draw my vertical lines horizontally instead, I guess I could do that. Okay, good. That tool is R. Switch between rotate. It's a sub tool of the hand tool down here. What I would really like is, oh yeah, okay, up here there's a way to just set it back to 0 by typing it in there. Cool. Guess it was very simple after all. Actually, even with traditional drawing, I never really rotated my stuff around that much. But I definitely know other people do. When I was painting, I don't know, they like made us do this in school, but they made us rotate our paintings and stuff to look at them. To like just look at them and make sure your composition looks good at all rotations, because that's like a test, I guess, to see that the composition was done well. And I think it kind of works, but otherwise I never really rotated my stuff to my paper or my canvas to work. So I guess I never like really felt like I needed it here, but it's good to know how easy it is to do. Maybe I'll try it. Okay, so the ridge of the nose is pretty dark, but gets a little bit lighter as it goes up. Oh, that's darker. Oh yeah, Control Shift Z is redo. So undo a few steps, redo a few steps. What color am I grabbing? This color. you draw emotes for Twitch, you like to rotate it while you do a curved line to make it a decent semicircle. That sounds like a good idea. I really need to work on my emotes, or the ones I have in progress, that is. I've been putting them off in favor of doing these drawings, but yeah, I really shouldn't neglect that. It's been a while now since I started them. I guess part of the thing was I think I wanted to restart on some of them. So while I liked the idea and the style of what I was coming up with so far, I think I just started about them the wrong way because, you know, I started with a large file, but when I checked how they looked really small, which is, you know, how the emotes are usually going to get seen, they weren't very clear, or they like came out too small. Like they didn't fill up the picture frame enough. So I was just like, oh man, like I should probably start over with the same idea and same style. Oops, I'm gonna draw under here. Turns out I'm just gonna fill a lot of all this in this one color. Just to do the details again later. I'm gonna create a layer, far background layer, so I can draw under what I've got already so far, like that. Yep. Okay. And then the next darkest color after that, I can draw under again this part. Alright. Fill in the eye because that's just going to bother me until later. Okay. Okay. I'm also going to keep a small eye on the time. I can feel myself getting slower. I think I said I was reserving white for just some sparing highlights, but I'm starting to think I want to keep this simple. What if I did the whole side of the face? The right side of the face. And did it in lights. Up from the eye and down here. And otherwise, bring it down. I think I'll actually be okay with that. And I'll bring this contour and make it thinner. and some of this brightness is going to carry over from below here. Down to there. Okay. I think from here I'm just going to try to use this dark color and this texture. To kind of paint in a pattern. Sort of fill an area quickly. Yeah, give it that texture of a fur coat. Just want to be sure of where I'm marking sort of the dark areas and the light areas. Some more of this will get dark. This I can do kind of quick. Make sure some of it is on the top layer here. Okay. Oops, I think that's the wrong idea. Well, to some extent, it blends in. Okay. Think that works out. Alright, it's taking shape. I think I do need to make my brush smaller now to get the finer lines. And then to go one lighter color in, I've got this down here. Some more down here. Gonna be doing more of the same up here. Maybe a bit of swirl in the air. Okay. It's starting to look kind of furry, kind of doggy. I'm gonna go in the second brightest color, which still is kind of dark, so I'm gonna bring the brush size even smaller before I start doing the same thing in here. And I think that's gonna work. Okay. Grab this color and draw that out. Just let's talk about the thingy. Don't mention it here on Discord instead. Yeah, of course, see. Your idea is, yeah, I'm happy to draw the thing. Just gonna get these dots in the right direction. Sort of indicate. That. I'm gonna sharpen up the detail here. The eye there. And just use this color to firm up the shape outside of it. Yep, that's a pretty bright eye. I must have left off before finishing down here. That ridge on the nose looks a little wide, but I will get back to it. First, some definition on the actual nose. It's too wide. It's foreshortened. This line will connect down to the bottom there. And some lightness to that side of it. Have any of the hardest black, that would be useful here. Just to go right there. Hey, played some Among Us? How did it go? Thinking of trying to get some games in myself at some point. that's looking good. The shape of the bottom of this gets larger. And the dark part here. Darker, and the light part here. It's a bit larger. Alright, that's a much more well-defined snout. And there's this part here. They started to talk during the game about tomorrow's nice event in USA. Yeah, it's just... yeah. It's on people's minds, I guess. Not gonna lie, it's very much on my mind as well. Okay, that looks fine. I think some of the brightness can come back down into this chin. They told you you should leave. Oh no. How did it go in that direction? Was it to the point where they stopped playing and they were just talking about it? And before that, they even ranted about the server. They got study rooms. Oh, you were in the lobby waiting for people. Right. Yeah, they've got study rooms. I've seen that a lot. I don't know if they actually get a lot of studying done or not. But I've definitely seen lobbies for co-working and stuff in other servers. The problem here is the chin. Needs to get a little higher. That. And this part. Get erased, I suppose. And now this. some of these bright whites, I guess, all the way across. Alright, slowly we are getting there. Alright, let's see. I'm feeling pretty good about this wolf. Although I'm definitely not done with it, but it's very close. It's getting towards that spot. And the Kraken, now that I'm looking at it again, you know, I could keep going, but I don't know how much further I want to, because, you know, part of my intention is to keep it quick and to not overdo it and spend just like hours and hours on details and whatnot. So just checking that on a dark background. Gonna actually check it again on a less dark background. That still works. And try it on a very light background. Still gonna look fine. And on a very white background actually looks great. So I'll keep these backgrounds off actually. The wolf I'll have to finish on the next stream, but it should be real quick work because there's really not much left on that. And then the next thing coming up is this elephant. So it's a good stopping point here. I don't know whether I actually call this completely done or if I'm going to need another touch up. I'm actually pretty comfortable with calling it completely done. Let me export it, see how it looks on my layout. That's something I could do right now. So, alright. It's underscore Kraken. Let me just import it into here. And see how that feels. Let's see. That's my progress for the night. And you know, I think it looks fine. I think I'm happy with calling it at that. Okay, so I'll call that one done. And that was a request for Mixed Up Panda. Since he's a subscriber, I'll be sending him the actual file. It's pretty late at night. Is he online right now? If he's not, I'm just gonna send it in the morning. D-O-E. Hey, what's up, how's it going? Thank you for that. It's very nice. That doe is offline, so I won't ping him late at night. I'll send that to him tomorrow. Hey, how are you doing? Hey, Max, you saved up enough channel points? You want a cartoon version of your teddy bear, if that's what I recall, right? Send them through with the channel points. And I know along with your request, you have a photo. You can just DM that to me on Discord. And that's what I'll use as a reference for my my drawing. And if it's a cartoon one, I should be able to do it pretty fast. I'll do that on stream. Right now I'm browsing, checking who's online to see who I might raid. Nope, they're offline. They must have just gone offline. Mm-hmm. C69 is playing some Among Us. Taking off my headphones so you can't persuade me. Are you trying to talk to me all right now, Ara? Hello? What's going on? Okay. Oh well, I haven't been paying attention to this chat at all right now. Sorry. Yeah, are you okay? Okay, I'm gonna go back to what I was doing. I'll be back. Okay, some stuff going on in the Discord call right now. I don't know what. Yes, so let's see, what am I doing? I am looking online to see who I can raid. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Discord call itself is muted so that it's not on stream. None of that is going through. So let's see, I could raid Among Us, I could raid an art streamer. You would have told me. Yes, I know you would have. Thank you for that. Let me check out what's going on this stream right here. You left that lobby. It seemed like it was going places. Oh gosh. Alright, I'm going to initiate a raid on another streamer. Looks like I didn't get to play Among Us tonight, but I'll just stream someone who is. So I see Sixstein is playing Among Us right now, and I got a big raid on what was it, on Sunday? Anyway, the other day, and they were part of it, so I'm gonna send a raid over their way. Yeah, perhaps tomorrow. But yeah, I'm gonna kick off this raid. Everybody that's joined, thanks so much for hanging out. It's always a pleasure just hanging out and chatting. And yeah, I actually got a lot of drawing done and had a good time. So I always appreciate the support, and have a good night, everyone. I'm gonna hit the raid button. Let's pop in there and say hello, and otherwise I'll see you all next time. We'll see, Ara. We'll see. We'll see in a few seconds what will happen. You have a good night as well. Get some sleep.